Hello and welcome to another episode of the Online Zone right here on Card Player TV. It's been a bit of a slow week on the online poker news front, so let's jump right into the Online Player of the Year standings. The top 10 was shaken up a bit this week with the addition of two new faces. Corey Commander Cool Burbick vaulted himself into the top 5 with one of the better March performances, making 4 final tables and scoring a win in the full tilt $150K guarantee. He then closed out the month with a third place showing in the PokerStars Sunday warm-up and a runner-up finish in the Super Tuesday. Earlier this year, he won the Nightly 100 Grand twice. The other new player is Brandon Are These Odds Hall, who won the UB Aruba Poker Classic last October for over $750,000. Since then, he's concentrated on his online play and recently finished runner-up in the PokerStars Sunday 500. Hall has been one of the more consistent players this year and has racked up 10 final tables, including a win in the Bodog Sunday 100K guaranteed. After weeks of sitting in second place behind reigning OPOI winner Steve G. Boro 780 Gross, Casey bigdogpckt5s Jarzabek stepped into the forefront on Sunday by taking down the Sunday second chance on PokerStars. He now has a stunning 18 OPOI qualifying cashes in 2010 and has built up an 816-point lead on Gross while bringing in over $400,000. We were recently able to get Jarzabek off his computer and onto the phone for an interview. Casey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Congratulations on overtaking Steve Gross for first place in the Online Player of the Year award.
Thank you very much.
It's been quite a run since you started hot last year. You finished the year in right up there at the top, and you've carried it on throughout this year. Did something click for you late last year? You switched something up in your game. How has it all come together?
Well, I mean, obviously, I have a lot of friends who are quite good at poker. I'm friends with Dip Dong and DJK, and they help my game. And then I guess I really started getting my confidence after I won that first F-Tops, which was at the beginning of last year. And it just kind of snowballed, and then I started putting more volume, and everything's just kept going well. I've been riding the wave.
Now, speaking of your volume, it's been difficult to get you on the phone because you have a pretty strict grinding schedule. Can you talk about that? What goes into a typical day for you?
Well, I mean, I was playing 5 or 6 days a week, and I was usually starting around 2 o'clock to start 100 rebuy was my start point, and then I would register up till 9 o'clock at night. So I was putting in some pretty long days. Some would go 15 and 16 hours, which is a good thing because that usually meant I was deep in something. But that's pretty much got to me now. So I'm now only playing maybe 4 days a week. I'm taking Thursday, Friday, and Saturday off. And I'm starting at 4 o'clock just because the grind is so hard. You just can't do it forever. I understand now why Sean Deeb got frustrated.
Now, I got to say, at this point in the race, we are about 25% done with the year, and you have over half of the points you had last year. And you're in pretty good shape if you really wanted to grind and take this thing down. Is this something you're looking for, or is it all about the money at this point?
Well, I mean, obviously the money is paramount. Making money is always good. I'd really like to sign with a card room, and one way to guarantee that is to win the Online Player of the Year for Card Player. Everybody that wins that seems to get signed. Having said that, if Steve wants to win the Online Player of the Year, there's nothing I can do about it. He's simply the best tournament poker player in the world, so it's kind of going to be up to him.
So it's just a matter of him letting you have it.
Exactly. I mean, he's I'm not in his league. He's definitely the best in my mind, and I would love to win it. That would be fantastic. But unless he wants to give it up, there's nothing anybody can do.
So do you plan on grinding the whole year, or are you going to take some time off for the series?
Well, I mean, I'm definitely going to play the World Series for sure. So I will be taking some time off then. As long as I'm in the lead or within striking distance of the lead, I will for sure continue to play the whole year out.
Perfect. I want to ask, you're a little older than the typical, online poker player.
Yeah.
So does that mean you have a different story about how you got into poker, or what were you doing before poker?
I was working just as a data entry clerk in a factory, and we actually had a charity baseball team put together, and I ended up sliding into second base in that tournament, and I shattered my foot in like 7 places. So I was laid up in bed. I had to have like 3 operations. I got pins and screws in there, and I was bored. So I took up online poker, and I made like $40,000 in my first week. So I'm like, well, maybe I have a future in this. And that was like 5 years ago, and ever since then, this is what I've done for a living.
Oh, the tale as old as time. The $40K in 1 week in the hospital bed. That sounds unique, to say the least. I'm sorry. I'm just picturing you sitting in bed and just randomly joining an online poker game and winning $40K.
Well, as my friends joke, it actually was the best break of my life.
Exactly. But did you play poker before that point?
Absolutely. I mean, home games and, even my family, my grandfather and my dad just sitting around the living room playing cards. Like, cards have always been a part of my life. So when I did pick it up, it came really naturally to me. So the transition to professional poker player wasn't that hard. I just never really thought about doing it for a living because I always wanted that steady income. But when I was actually laid up and I had no other choice but to, do something with my time, poker just fell into my lap, and the rest is history.
Perfect. Well, you've obviously done very well for yourself. I'd like to thank you for being on the show with us.
Hey, I want to thank you for having me on. Sorry that it took so long.
No problem, man. You were busy taking down tournament after tournament and crushing those Sundays. So we understand.
I'm trying.
All right, man. Good luck the rest of the year.
You have a good day.
Be sure to send in your questions and comments to onlinezone@cardplayer.com. Until next week, thanks for watching the Online Zone right here on Card Player TV.